100 at number 83. That's Eddie Money with 2 Tickets to Paradise, a classic American Top 40 extra from 1978.
A service of Bill Platt Broadcasting Company. This is KBBI-FM in Bill Platt, the 2014 Louisiana Association of Broadcasters Radio Station of the Year.
This classic edition of Casey Kasem's American Top 40 is from June 24th, 1978.
From Hollywood, this is Casey Kasem on American Top 40. We're counting down the 40 hottest records in the nation on our way to the most popular song in America this week. The latest single by Eric Clapton is a cut from his most successful solo album ever, and he's had about 10 of them. From the 2 million seller titled Slow Hand, here's Eric Clapton with Wonderful Tonight.
Hi everybody, it's Gene. Just wanted to start out with that, and I haven't done a video for a long time, and you were just listening to a part of American Top 40, a show from 1978 they're playing this weekend. I listen to the show every weekend. I love American Top 40, and I first discovered it in 1979, I guess. It used to be on WHAS 790, and listen to the old shows every weekend, the 70s and the 80s, and of course the great Casey Kasem passed away last Sunday, so I thought I would do a video and show you a couple of things that I have. I have 2 complete shows that I won from a radio station, WHAS 840. They used to have American Top 40 on Sunday nights back in the 80s, and the next day they would give away the show, and this is a complete show the way it used to be, and I was lucky enough to I won 2 of them. And this first one is from July the 20th, 1985, and this is what the radio stations would get, and I wrote all this in here too, but these are the records that come with it. There actually had to be somebody in the radio station that would play these. I mean, the entire show is on these records, the commercials, except for local commercials. The songs, everything else is on these records, and so somebody actually had to be in the radio station playing these to play the American Top 40 show. There's 4 records in each one, and like 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, and then you flip them over and you got 4A, 3B, 3A, and 4B. But these are what I'm sure later on, I don't know when, but later on I guess they put the American Top 40 shows out on CD and sent them to the radio stations. So let's see what Casey says here.
Eric Clapton moves from 33 to 27, 3rd week on the chart with Wonderful Tonight. You know, about a year ago, Paul McCartney rented a yacht, had it decked out with special recording equipment, sailed to the Virgin Islands, dropped anchor, and in that beautiful setting recorded his latest album, the million-selling London Town. From that LP, the latest single by Wings at number 26 this week, the former #1 bestseller called With a Little Luck.
Good old Paul McCartney. And happy birthday to Paul. He was 72 on the 18th. That's kind of good timing there to hear that. With a Little Luck was on its way down the chart back then. I remember when it first, I bought the London Town album when it first came out, and that was the first Paul McCartney album I bought when it was brand new. And then With a Little Luck was the first single, went to #1, and this week in '78 it was on its way down, but I just thought I'd use the American Top 40 show in the background. I'm picking this up from KVPI-FM. I'm not sure where that's at, but if you got the internet and you got TuneIn, you could listen to American Top 40 all weekend. And there's a iHeartRadio station, if you have iHeartRadio, that's American Top 40 Classics, and they play the top 40 shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So I've been listening to that a lot too. But getting back to this, like I said, I won this one back in 1985. I remember they had a trivia question, and it was kind of interesting. The question they had was that who was John Lennon's backup band on his 1972 album, Sometime in New York City? And that's kind of an obscure question, but of course I knew the answer. You know, it was Elephant's Memory. So that morning I was at work, I believe, and you know, when they had the contest, I called in and I gave the right answer, and I won this. I won the American Top 40 program from July 20th, 1985. This is a sheet that I wrote way back then. I just wrote down what's on side one, you know, the songs. And of course now you have the internet, so you can go to, there's a site that has all of the American Top 40 shows, most of them, and you can find the cue sheets. And what the cue sheets are is a, you know, track by track, you know, minute by minute of what the show is. So this would come along with this at the radio station, so they could know the times. I printed it out for each one, but you know, it has the theme, and then there's two songs, and there's a network spot, a local spot, you know, the logo, then the next song. This is pretty much a rundown of the show. So if you were a disc jockey, you would have the cue sheet here, and you'd be playing the records to play the show. And this is like the commercial format clock for the first hour. And you know, it kind of shows the first segment, the Gatorade commercial, blah blah, Lifesavers commercial, Orion Pictures, you know, all these things are on the disc here except for the local stuff. And I'd like to go back and listen to this. They even had a commercial for Guiding Light, the soap opera. They had a Gatorade commercial for 30 seconds and then a Guiding Light commercial for 30 seconds, you know. Then this minute and 30 seconds is local. They could put local commercials. And then the next 6 segment, and then all the way up, and then the station ID. You know, it's like a clock for the... So if you look at... so side A, 1A and 1B, this is a clock for it. So that they go by this to know when to play the songs and when to insert the local commercials and things like that. But this is like 15 pages, so... But I printed this off the internet because they're available on there. So we'll see what Casey's up to.
I'm Casey Kasem. AT40 originates in Hollywood, and the 25th most popular song in the nation this week belongs to the Rolling Stones. Written and produced by Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, here's their latest. It's titled Miss You.
That's a good song. I remember when that came out. Alright. But that's, I mean, this just tells you, and then there's a clock for each hour. And for side 2. But it has, you know, each song, you know, what time and everything, so that nowadays, you know, everything's automated, and like probably where this station is, I mean, it's all on the computer. There's nobody sitting there having to play the records or, you know, put the local commercials in and all that stuff. And interesting, on this last page, they even sent out, you know, like there's promos on here from Casey saying, you know, and there's certain, during the week they could play these, some of them are 22 seconds, 20 seconds, they're like promos for the show. You know, it's something that Casey announced, you know, made and said, you know, this is, he kind of teases what's coming up on the week's show. And stations would play these during the week so that, you know, people which they already would, but it would interest, get them to tune in and stuff like that to listen to the show. So that's the first one. The second one's the same deal. I don't remember the question for this one. I think I just had to be the right caller. But this one was from October the 31st, 1987. And it's the same deal. It's all on vinyl. The complete show. I won these from the same WHAS radio that I did the other one. But it's pretty much the same. And I did the same thing back in the old days. I wrote down what's on each side. So, man, what was number one then? Bad by Michael Jackson was number one. What was number one then? In 1985, what was number one? A View to a Kill by Duran Duran. That was a great song. But yeah, this is from 1987. This is the sheet I wrote out, and then this is a cue sheet that I copied off the internet. Love Will Find a Way by Yes was number 40. I don't remember that song. But Debbie Gibson was in there. It's got, oh, that's a good song. Paper and Fire, John Cougar Mellencamp. But this is the Breakout by Swing Out Sister. That's a great song.
25, that's Miss You by the Rolling Stones. This is Casey Kasem on American Top 40 in Hollywood, and now I have the latest hit by the star with the Midas touch. In a 2-year period, he wrote, produced, and sang enough hit singles and albums for himself and 2 other acts to earn 12 gold records. Now, it's not unusual for a top artist to earn 1 or 2 gold records in a year, but this man averaged 1 every 2 months. He got his first gold record back in 1972 for a song that he wrote and produced for the female group Love Unlimited. That was Walking in the Rain with The One I Love. Then, the following year, he began turning out an incredible string of million-dollar singles and albums. It began in June of '73 with his own top 5 smash, I'm Gonna Love You Just a Little More, Baby. And during the next 24 months, he wrote, produced, arranged, and conducted 1 top 40 hit for Love Unlimited, 1 single and 2 albums for the Love Unlimited Orchestra, and sang 7 more hit singles and albums of his own. Enough to earn 12 gold records in just 2 years. Amazing. By now, of course, I'm talking about the Black Maestro, Barry White. And this week, he's up to number 24 with his latest as a singer. Oh, what a night for dancing. We're going out tonight.
Not too familiar with that song. Always loved Barry White, though. He did a lot of great music. But that's what it is here. Like, here's some of these for the 87 show, the little spots, 28, 29 seconds, like little commercials, little teasers for the show coming up that, radio stations would play during the week just to tell about the show, that the show was coming up. And it was kind of weird, WHAS having American Top 40 back then, because they still played music a lot, but most of the songs in the top 40 they never played during the week, so it was kind of strange for them to be the station that played them, that got American Top 40. But I just wanted to do this video and kind of a tribute and look back, and I'm glad I was able to put a little bit of Casey on here too from the internet. And like I said, that's KVPI FM. That's who's got it on right now. There's a station in Kentucky. Here in Louisville, American Top 40 of the 70s is on WGTK 970. It's on Saturday nights at 6. There's not a station here in town that does the 80s version, but you can find it anywhere. I'm going to put some links, I'm going to try to, at the bottom to, to some things and places if you want to listen to some of Casey or whatever. So, Casey says
California, number 24 and moving up a notch, 5th week on the chart with Oh, What a Night for Dancing. 23 hits to number 1 and counting down.
The hits from coast to coast.
time for a commercial. So anyway, I just wanted to do this video, and if you'd like, leave me a comment down below. I can't answer anything because I'm not linked to G+ and all that crap. I'm never going to be on this channel, so but I can get your comments. I just can't reply to anything. I can't even like my own stuff. Isn't that pathetic? But that's another program. So I just wanted to do this, and I hope you enjoyed it, and leave a comment, and I might do some more videos, maybe. Don't plan on it, but I might. Who knows? And never say never, I guess. So I hope you like this video, and let me know what you think. And like I said, we really lost a legend when Casey Kasem passed away, and there'll never be another one like him. And he was really a trailblazer with radio, one of the great radio personalities, and great guy too. So, but there's a channel on YouTube that plays a lot of these, like, you know, even the commercials, they scope, if you know what that, they scope the music where they don't play the whole music. They can't because of copyright, but pretty much you get the basics of the programs, and he's posted a lot. I think it's Robert J. I'll put the link down below, but I found it the other night. It's a great channel, and he'll do like on one video he'll do like one, you know, the first hour of a show. Of course, like I said, he don't play the whole song because of copyright. You can't do that. So they scope them. That's what you call it, where you just, you know, have the intro, the outro, and, you know, then you don't get banned or blocked or whatever YouTube's going to do. So anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll leave a comment, and hope nobody's forgotten about me. I'm still out here somewhere. So thanks for watching. Bye.